Hello, everybody, and this is Bitcoin Never Sleeps, December 22nd, and we are talking about the Bitcoin pullback. Let's monitor here just for a second to make sure that I am streaming live. Okay. A little bit of delay, so if you ask questions, it might take a moment to get an answer. Let's take a look at what's going on with Bitcoin. Huge drop today. But anybody that was following this channel knows that we've kind of been expecting this. This is just a normal pullback for Bitcoin. This is nothing too major that's going on, or nothing that we didn't suspect was going to happen. We'll go into a little more detail on why I think this rise was taking place. What's causing it, what caused it to bump up, and what's causing it to pull back. And what does it mean for Bitcoin? Is this some major event? No, it's not the end of the world. It's just Bitcoin. There's several people that I'm sure have watched $1 million disappear off their books, if not more, in the past day. Hopefully they ain't people that bought up here. This is a live chart. For some reason, trying to pull up my live feed on my other computer here in case I could see any chat messages. Everybody is on. So why is this happening? What's going on with Bitcoin, right? Well, you got to ask yourself, what got it this high in the first place? Look back over here, right at the beginning of December. I'm sure as you remember, right about here, boop, 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 it starts rising. This was the great Bitcoin rise, I guess we would say, from that 8,000 to 20,000. We'll see bigger rises than this to come. But what caused this to happen? It's pretty obvious, actually, if you think about it. This started happening right around Thanksgiving. And what happens at Thanksgiving is everybody starts meeting with each other. Family members start coming in from out of town. And some of those family members are driving a brand new Lamborghini or a Porsche or something amazing. They're in a three-piece suit all of a sudden. And everybody's saying, how did you do this, Jimmy, right? Or Bobby, or Cousin Al, or whoever happened to be in Bitcoin. And he tells them their story. And then this is all the dumb money pouring in. Okay? Lots and lots and lots of dumb money. Now, why do I call it dumb money? Because these people are buying and they have no idea why. Okay? They're just doing it. They're just following the birds, the bird theory here. You see the birds fly one way and they're just another bird flying with the pack. So of course we're going to see it get overvalued when something like that happens. And this is just a correction. These are people taking back their profit. It's right before Christmas now. Okay? No one wants to invest in something in Thanksgiving and come Christmas morning half your life savings are just gone. Nobody. So that's what people are doing here. Boop, this pullback. Now, how far down will it go? Well, you know, if you're following some of the other YouTubers, they'll try and talk about these Fibonacci patterns, which basically refers to just human instinct or predicting what the computers will do, the trading bots. Let me tell you how that will work. Is they will look at these other dips right here. I have it at 12,574, and that's because that was the lowest spot right here. And once it pushes past that, it'll go to another low dip. Right here at our low, it doesn't really line up with anything else low. And we know if we look farther in the past, it's not going to line up. So my guess is it'll push down to here, to that 87. And then it could push a little farther to here, to 8. And then it could push as low as this 56. $5,000 Bitcoin is a very real possibility. But also, bouncing back up to 20 is also just as real. And it'll probably hit both of them. It'll probably bounce down here and get back up. I do expect a pullback right here. I don't think this dip is just going to continue into infinity. Okay, it's going to have what you call a, maybe that's what it's doing right now, the dead cat bounce, meaning even if there was nothing, no reason to buy back up, it would get a bounce back up. But is this something to be afraid of? No. Bitcoin, for a while, you expected this. If you're new to Bitcoin, you may be saying, oh my God, why is this happening? You're doing it, right? You and everyone else that's buying. And, okay, there's something else that's helping this drop. And we knew it was going to happen as well, right? There's these things that you just know are going to happen. And how can you prepare for it? Let's look at this website here. It's called Blockchair. And I apologize if anyone has put any messages up. I still haven't got my other screen running. Now, the reason I'd come here most of the time is to see what's going on with the Bitcoin memory pool versus the Bitcoin Cash memory pool. Probably my picture's right here, so you can't quite see that. But the Bitcoin Cash memory pool has 300 transactions in it. And Bitcoin's at 247,000 transactions waiting on the blockchain. Okay. What does this mean? This means transactions are going to be delayed, right? It's not the exchange trying to rip you off. It's not the person not sending it. It's just Bitcoin works this way. There's just too many people trying to send money for right now. So what else does that mean? A lot of these transactions are people sending it to an exchange to sell it. Okay? That is their whole intention once it gets there, is to sell it. They're moving it out of some sort of storage to sell it. So we're probably going to see a drop here, maybe even more. What can we do about it, right? How do we protect ourselves? Well, if you followed me yesterday, you'd see that I had moved my money into 2 different coins, Ripple and Verge. No, not Verge, Digibyte. I pulled out of Verge, went into Digibyte, because Verge, I was suspecting a pullback. So let's sort this by volume. Ripple is up. This is good. This is being funded. If you followed me yesterday, this is a lot of speculation out of Asia, specifically China and South Korea. They are using Ripple. 70 banks have come together, and they're going to create a new type of Western Union or money transfer system that is based on Ripple. So I'm glad I moved some of my coin there, because I'm getting an increase. Let's see how Digibyte is doing. And Digibyte is holding. That's another good sign. So I'm glad that that's where I had my coins. See, I'm not really feeling this dip so bad. I am, because my value of my Bitcoin is dipping, but I don't care, because I don't care about cash. Cash is dumb. It's all about how much Bitcoin you have. And this dip, to me, is just a buying opportunity. Okay? If you liked Bitcoin at 19 or 18,000, you should be loving Bitcoin at 13.2. Loving it. Okay? And if it drops down to 5,000, you should really be loving it. Imagine you buy one Bitcoin at 18 and it drops to 5 and you pick up 3 more, then you changed your average. You only paid about 8 for each coin. So that is another way to protect yourself against this dip. This is not financial advice. I do not give financial advice. As I always say, this is just a crazy person talking to their self. Because, let's see, this way. Oh, look at that. Good to know I'm not missing any. Let's see if my stream is still going. So Bitcoin Cash here, okay? Why isn't that popping up? This is a good question. If Bitcoin is dipping, shouldn't we see a rise in Bitcoin Cash? I think yes. Why aren't we seeing it? Because of Coinbase and their insider trading that caused this to get overinflated a little too early. This should have still been at the 0.01 range or 0.1 range. Now it's about 100% over still what it should have been valued at. And it's only going to go higher, especially if Bitcoin pulls back. Especially, right? A lot of newbies don't comprehend that you can get your stuff transferred just as fast with Bitcoin Cash. I shouldn't say just as fast. Way faster with Bitcoin Cash than you can with Bitcoin. So, yep, market's taking a hit today. Let's look at the junkyard, as I call it, the lowest coins, the lowest value coins. The reason I like these coins, and I always kind of touch on them, is they have the highest possible upside, right? If you buy something for 1,000,000 Satoshi, you're going to be lucky if it gets up to 2,000,000 Satoshi. But if you buy something at 40 Satoshi and it goes to 400 Satoshi, which is very real, or 4,000, it's like huge increase. That's why I always cover these. Look at this burst coin. It's having some good volume. I don't know why. I like that a lot of these coins, you see they're all just getting beat down, and you got to ask yourself why. Is there any logic in why they're selling these coins, these assets? Look, dope coin. If you've been following me, I've been telling you anything THC or weed related gets a bump this time of year. It just does. And on this day of uncertainty for Bitcoin, potheads are celebrating, right? I could imagine how many people woke up and said, "Hey, I just made a free pound of weed today off my dope coin." I don't have any of those coins, but they're always it won't last. If you get into one of these coins and you see a huge pop, you're up 400-500%. You probably want to sell. Okay, you at least want to sell what you invested. That way, you got your money back out, your Bitcoin back out, and the rest of them were just like free from the investment. And then you can play with those. But so many times, like right up here, this red coin. Let's see if we can find it. I think we're on page 2. That's what happened. I bought red coin at 12. It's at 40. I sold at 17, like an idiot. And I think it got as high as 80. But there's people that bought at 12 that won't even come check on their red coin or doggy coin. They were both around the same price a couple of weeks ago. And they'll miss this whole bump. And they'll come back and these will both be beat down to the teens. And they have no way of selling to take their profit. Or they just held all the way through, even worse. Like, you don't have to sell it all, but I would. And you should be doing the opposite. I usually do the opposite. That's like a good rule of thumb. If, something's way up, I usually sell it. And if something is beat way down, that's usually a buying opportunity for me. This one, this E equals MC, Einsteinium, it had a huge run for like 3 weeks. And now it's slowly getting beat back down. And I didn't buy any because I remember buying it at 100 Satoshi. And 5,000, 8,000, geez, I don't know. That's hard. It's hard to buy when it's going up. So, how long do I expect this dip to continue? This dip will continue I don't know. It depends on the price. We're definitely going to see this. We're going to go below 10,000. We're going to go below 8,000 on Bitcoin. It's just going to happen. I wouldn't be shocked if we went as low as 1 or 2,000 on a Bitcoin. But there's going to be a bump back up. It all depends on the news. This 12,000 is all temporary. Next Christmas, you will not have an opportunity to get a Bitcoin at this price. Because with all the big fish, all the banks, the Goldman Sachs trading desk opening up for cryptocurrency, once they start buying, they have so much to dump into it that they can't do it in a day or in a week. They start a buying trend and it'll go for weeks. Just a steady, steady, steady up trade. So that is what I'm seeing happening with Bitcoin today. There is a pullback. I would not flip out. I'm seeing it as a buying opportunity. You may sell and then pick up your coin a little later at a cheaper price. That may be a good play here. I wouldn't do anything with all of my coin, no matter what's happening. I would never, ever put all my coin to be sold or, well, depending on what you have, right? Like, I play around with a few $100s on the exchange, but I keep another few $100s in a cold storage wallet. It's never touched. And as I make profit, I separate it. So, let's see if we've got any questions. We got 2 people watching. That's interesting. Let's tell them. Hello. See? Now you know that I'm real. This is not a fake video being broadcast or pre-recorded, or God only knows. The great Bitcoin dip, right? Buying opportunity, that's what I see it as. You could buy a cheap coin and you can invest it and get cheap altcoins. A lot of these I would let get beat down a little more though. Let's see what else is happening. Let's look at the overall market cap of crypto. See how this is being squished. Squish. Ooh. 500 billion is still quite high for the crypto. Look at this Bitcoin dominance here. This is an important thing to follow. If you're trading altcoins, this will be your indicator on whether or not altcoins are being undervalued or overvalued in general. I see this thing bounce from 40 up to 60. So some people might say altcoins are being undervalued or overvalued at the moment. Maybe that's why we're seeing a pullback. But everything is getting beat down today. Like I said earlier, this is just the Christmas pullback. There's probably people that want to pay off their house or buy a new car before Christmas, and they're cashing out. And there's a lot of fear. Don't let fear drive your holdings, okay? Because fear is usually wrong. If you done any real trading before crypto, like the forex market, you'll know that anybody who's new to the forex market, they don't even put your orders into the market. They actually take the opposite position against you because they know that you're going to lose money. And your orders never become real orders until you've proven that you're not going to lose money, or it's not profitable for them to bet against you. But that's how the forex flies, right? They go against the public sentiment, and they make plenty of money. So right here, this would be a good indicator of the cryptocurrency's public sentiment right now. They are not liking it. They are pulling back. We're seeing almost 20% dips across the board of the top 100 cryptos. But that will turn around. Like I said, buying opportunity. You will not get many of these. Bitcoin's going to pull back, though. I mean, 20,000 was way overvalued. This is not... well, it was overvalued for today, okay? Bitcoin will hit $1 million. It will hit $2 million. It will hit $5 million, okay? We might not see those prices until we get a couple of reward cuts on the blocks. Right now they're rewarding 12.5 coins. In about a year or so, it's going to cut down to 6 coins. And then about a year or two after that, it's going to cut down to 3 coins. And at that point, it would only make sense that Bitcoin is in 6 or 7 digits. Otherwise, it's not very profitable to mine the Bitcoin. So let's see what's going on with Coin Wars. This gives us a lot of these sites, not many people know about, and then at the same time, they've been around forever, so people do know about them. This is a site you'd go to mostly if you're mining Bitcoin. But lately, even old miners have been profitable. Which is a general sign that Bitcoin is just overvalued. When the old miners become profitable. And it looks like we still got 5 coins that if we were mining SHA-256 would be more profitable than mining Bitcoin right now. It's my other life. Let's take a look at our dashboard. I'm probably going to bring this one to an end because it looks like we ain't got many stuff. We've got a Kid Gaming is watching. Hello, Kid Gaming. But I wish I can get my... This looks like it's being delayed quite a bit. Maybe that's just my screen. But we're looking at quite a delay. Look at this. Vibrates up. I don't ever pay much attention to this Ethereum market because there's just too many variables. There's 4 variables or 3 variables in play. You got the cash value, you've got the Bitcoin value, and you've got the Ether value that are all fluctuating. And if 2 of them drop, one of them, you can see a huge increase like this or a huge decrease. But I don't usually mess with those markets. Okay, this was Bitcoin Never Sleeps live update 12/22. We were talking about the pullback. As always, remember to subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions, post them. I will be doing videos specifically on questions, and I will be doing some coin giveaways. I do not announce them in the actual message, I just speak them on the video. So unless you watch the video and you were watching close to the end here, you wouldn't know that leaving a comment with some sort of address, not Bitcoin, but perhaps some of these altcoins, because they're easier to send. Okay, that's the main reason. Bitcoin is just so hard to send and so expensive, but like you could send Dogecoin or DigiNote or Verge or Ripple in seconds. So we may do that. All right. Until next